Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. Steelers versus Browns game preview. This game right here would be a rivalry game, of course, as you guys know. This game right here would determine a lot because tonight I believe the Ravens and Bengals play. They're playing in Baltimore. Now, if the Ravens win and we win, everything will stay the same. But if the Bengals beat the Ravens tonight and the Steelers can win on Sunday against the Browns, the Steelers could be number one in the AFC North, sitting at 7-3. So it's a lot of implications. Rivalry games, division games, they come down to the wire because in the end they can kind of help your seeding in the playoffs. So we need to find a way to win this game and try to do it in the way we always do it, and that's through defense, through running the ball and making big plays in clutch time. So this game right here, as you guys know, let's start off on the defenses. Both teams have amazing defenses. I think the Browns defense might be slightly better. So like with the overall, the rankings and the way they do things, control things, I think they're better than the Steelers defense. I don't say slightly. I think they're just better than the Steelers defense. Especially the secondary. Secondary is better than the Steelers defense, and their pass rush, their run defense is better than the Steelers defense. But the Steelers defense, I think, is more clutch because in situations they have shown you that they can win games for the team. So both teams have good defenses. I think the Browns defense is better. So on a scale of 1 to 10, like I said in the last video, I gave the Steelers an 8 for defense. The Browns will be up there like a 10 because their defense is very consistent throughout the entire game, not just in different spurts or different sides in different parts of the field. They entire game. The Steelers rankings, you look at the numbers, like 25th, low 20s, like that. I think in passing like 30th and stuff. But you look at the point totals and stuff. They keep a lot of teams at the end zone. They make a lot of big time plays, a lot of turnovers too. They got a lot of interceptions. I believe they're up there. I don't know. They might be top 5 and top 3 and takeaways or something like that. But they up there and takeaways, so they make plays. They make things happen. So they keep teams at the end zone, but overall, like in rankings of keeping teams like short yardage and like holding teams down in yards, they don't really do that fully often. A lot of rankings can look out of Spurs. You gotta look at the team and look at how they win these games. They get out game because the defense is bending but not breaking. The defense is allowing people to rush for probably 80 and 100 yards and stuff, and throw for probably 200 plus, almost 300 yards. But the team's not really putting up a lot of points. They have all those yards to only get 17 or only get 18 or only get 19. So the Steelers defense is keeping them out the end zone. And that's one thing the Steelers defense is good at in clutch situations. And they always make a lot of clutch plays. We've seen the game interception against the Titans to help them win. The game interception against the Packers to help them win. The game interception was on the game-winning strip sack play against the Ravens, the game-winning strip sack play against the Browns, and stuff like that. The big-time plays they made, a pick six, remember, on that Alex Highsmith had in the first quarter. Then T.J. Watt had a fumble recovery for a touchdown to get the Steelers the lead. So the defense had won a lot of games for the Steelers. They won a lot of games and played very well for the Steelers in clutch situations. So they're looking at their rankings and looking at their numbers. You might say, oh, the numbers are not too good. Of course, the numbers not good at all. But you actually watch the games and you see out of the points they're allowing, you're like, okay, they like kind of playing bend but don't break. So people are gaining a lot of yards on them, but they're not scoring a lot of points on them. So that's one way to look at it. The Steelers defense, but the Browns defense is very good. They're kind of the opposite, It's kind of hard to score on their team. Not too many teams. Well, some teams like the Colts scored a lot of points on them. Who else scored a lot of points? Colts scored a lot. The Ravens put up a good amount too on them as well too, 30 plus points and stuff. So like a lot of the other teams really didn't put up a lot up on them, and they kind of holding teams in yardage and stuff like that. But they do, sometimes every defense eventually has a breaking spot. They're not gonna be perfect the entire game. You're gonna have some series where they're not the best, and that's what the Steelers need to capitalize on, and that's what the Browns gonna capitalize on us too as well, because they're gonna run that football. They're gonna get yardage on the ground, run that football with Jerome Ford, Kareem Hunt. We gotta make sure to keep them at the end zone. Keep them just to hold the field goals and keep the game very close. Because in the fourth quarter, come down to it, the Steelers always find a way to win those close and gritty, tough games. Another thing I want to talk about too is the offenses. Both team offenses struggles, here and there. The Browns' rushing attack is very good. Steelers' rushing attack has been good the past 3 weeks. They have found a way to get the running game going and stuff. 166 yards against the Titans, then 200 plus rushing yards against the Packers. I know it's the Titans and Packers, so it's not really like the Titans one was good, but the Packers, I know it's the Packers, so they've been allowing a lot of people to run through them and stuff. But when you do things you're supposed to do against teams you're supposed to do it too, it's always a good thing to look at. Because a lot of people say, well, you should beat this team. Well, sometimes you might lose to the team you should beat. But going out there and doing what you're supposed to do is always good to have. But I think the Steelers offense, I think the Browns offense is slightly better than the Steelers offense by a little bit. because their rushing attack is more consistent throughout the entire season. We've seen it throughout every week, no matter what back they have back there. They had Nick Chubb. He got banged up and injured out for the season. Had my fantasy team as well. He my first round draft pick actually, Nick Chubb. He was doing good too. He's out for the season. After the game against the Steelers, and then you got Jerome Ford coming there. I got him my fantasy team too as well. So I have a lot of AFC North players. Even though there's our rivalries, I respect a lot. Like I know the Browns and the Steelers rivalry, the Browns and Bengals, the Browns and Ravens and stuff. But I respect a lot of the players. And they have some great players, good players on the team. And I watch all the Steelers games. And I watch all the rival games too. So like, we do like these videos, we do like the rivalry stuff. So I see a lot of the Ravens games, I see a lot of the Bengals games, and all the Browns games as well, and with my Steelers games too as well too. So I watch all those and like just having an eye on all the different talents in those games and stuff. So we just gotta find a way to just stay consistent, throughout with our rushing attack. And I think we could be on the same level as them because the Browns and Steelers are very similar teams. They play through their defense and they run the ball well, but the Browns have done it over the whole course. But one thing the Browns that haven't done, the quarterback situation. Deshaun Watson, of course, we know he's out with the injuries. We got a lot of injuries in this one. Some big names, Nick Chubb out for the season. Of course, Cole Holcomb for the Steelers out for the season. You got Kwan Alexander, who tore his Achilles, out for the season for the Steelers. And then you look at Minka. I don't know if Minka's going to play this game or not. I have no idea. Minka might be back this game, but I have no idea. I haven't heard anything about it. Freiermuth, they said, is practicing, so he might be back as well. They say they activated him off the IR, so yeah, 21-day window has opened, so most likely he'll be playing this Sunday. So that's good. That's one thing. Cam Hayward has been back for a few weeks now. He was on IR for a long time as well. So a lot of injuries happened in this game. Deshaun Watson, I remember at first, the organization was saying that Deshaun Watson was healthy. When he's saying he wasn't healthy, and they said that the scan, the MRI went out there and said that he was good. But maybe they did a bad scanning because they say he had a fracture. So I don't know how they miss a fracture in his shoulder, his throwing shoulder especially, a fracture in his throwing shoulder that he had, and he had to get surgery on immediately. So that maybe some malpractice or some bad miscommunication by the Browns organization or something. But Deshaun Watson, to see him go out there even with a fractured shoulder and throw 14 for 14 and lead the team in the game in the drive, that is very historical, very good win too to hold up and some mental boost. I know some of the teammates might say, "Dang, Deshaun Watson is down with an injury," but that might help them build up. He went out there with that fractured shoulder, went out there and played hard and played amazing football. So that might motivate the team and have a momentum. And a lot of people maybe count them out. So that might be some motivation for the Browns as well. And of course, the Steelers have motivation. A lot of teams think the Steelers is the worst 6-3 team around. They think the Steelers are a bad team. So a lot of motivation. Both of these teams have got a lot of motivation. Both of these teams have similar play styles. They want to play tough defense, hard-nosed defense, and run the football. And the quarterbacks, Kenny Pickett has shown you that he can do it, go out there, make plays here and there. Now, the past 3 games, Kenny Pickett has been a little pedestrian. He's been out there. He's just been a part of the team. He hasn't been super effective. Last game he threw 126 passing yards or something like that. I know the commentators mentioned something about his ribs. They said just because he's out there doesn't mean he's healthy. So maybe I don't know if that's like they're trying to keep the ball short, everything short and stuff, and kind of underneath, because they don't want him to try to risk maybe hurting himself, trying to get down the field, take a big hit or anything, trying to deliver a deep shot. And then also you look at the week before last, he threw the game-winning touchdown against Johnson, but throughout the entire game, he was kind of pedestrian besides the first drive. And they say that Kenny Pickett, that was the week he came after. I think the rib injury he got knocked out the game against the Jaguars. He came back on the short week. We played Thursday, so he played that game right there, close right there. And so I don't know if he's still banged up or not. But the past 2 games, he just hasn't looked right. Hasn't looked right at all. I think because we've seen what he was doing before that Jaguar game. Against the Chargers. Not the Chargers, but against the Rams, Los Angeles Rams. Yeah, against the Rams, and against the other teams he played too as well, making some plays and stuff to help the team. We did not see that in the past 2 games. Of course, we still won the game, so I'm not tripping as long as you win the game. But he hasn't been effective. So hopefully this game we can see him get it going a little bit more, pushing down the field with Deontay Johnson and with George Pickens. Pat Freiermuth, if he's being back in the lineup, they help out a lot too as well during Washington and all these different guys. Using Najee Harris and Jalen Warren as an extension to the pass game as well too from the backfield and stuff, and see how things kind of shape out. But this game right here is going to be a very good game. I have no prediction. I have no score prediction. I hope my Steelers win. I want my Steelers to win, but I have no score prediction because this game can go any way. It can go either way. The Browns can go out there and beat us. The Steelers can go out there and beat the Browns, so it can go either way. So I'm going to leave the score prediction blank. I'm just going to wait to see what happens. So I think the keys to victory, though, if you want to win for both sides, for the Browns, you got to run the football and play stifling defense and like force the Steelers into being the passing team and put the ball in Kenny Pickett's hands. That'd be the weak point of the offense. So you do that and you'll find a way to win the game too as well. And the Steelers, same thing. You want to be a stifling defense and you want to run the ball too as well. But you also want to make the Browns become like that too. It's gonna be tough as well for both sides because both teams are very advocate and very determined to run the football. So make them one-dimensional and put the ball in the correct hands. DTR, he showed potential in preseason. He played this season, but threw a lot of interceptions. So put the ball in his hands. You want to see that quarterback so he can go out there and try to beat you. It's like in basketball. I don't want the ball in LeBron James' hand. I don't want the ball in AD hand. I want the ball in Austin Reeves' hands or something like that. I want to go out and find a way to see if they can beat me. I want the ball in Jimmy Butler's hands. I want the ball in Bam hand. I want the ball in this guy, Duncan Robinson hand or something like that. I want to see if they can go out there and beat me. So you want to take away the best attribute, take away their best asset, which is the rushing attack for both sides like that, and you want to make it where like they put the ball in the weakest link hand. I ain't saying like the quarterbacks are like weakest link or anything, but like out of all the other categories, it's the passing game for both teams are not really the best. And the quarterbacks have a lot of question marks surrounding them. So you want to put the ball in their hands to see if they make mistakes against your great defense. We got Myles Garrett, you got TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, and Denzel Ward, and all these great guys on the field. So that's basically the formula, the keys to victory for both teams to win this game. So we're gonna see who execute those plays and execute that plan properly. But that's all I got for this video today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out. Now, is this going to be a pop type music or a street music?